Hey y'all, I'm D.Nicole for Rewind and Review, and today I'm going to be talking about The Chi Season 3, Episode 9, Lacking. Y'all, and lacking is exactly what this season has been doing. Like, I don't know what's going on, but Lena, girl, I don't know. But y'all, this episode, if I had to rate it out of 5 stars, I don't know what I'm going to rate it because I don't know how I feel about this episode, y'all. If you're not familiar with my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome me, welcome you. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment any predictions and theories that you may have on this episode and our season finale. What do we think what's gonna happen on next episode? And to my old couch potatoes, let's get to it. So this episode opens up with Keisha having a nightmare of their traumatizing experience with Mr. Creepy. So Keisha wakes up in her sleep. She's screaming to the point that Kevin wakes up. So Keisha instantly grabs her phone off the nightstand and she begins listening and doing these breathing exercises to help with her anxiety. So Kevin comes in the room to check on Keisha, and Keisha is really just not having it. She just wants Kevin to get out. So as soon as he gets out, she begins back practicing her breathing exercises. So I am guessing that this is maybe what she learned in her therapy session on how to cope with her anxiety. So next we see Nina and Dre, who are doing this white people shit ass activity. So we see that they're trying to work on the little friction that came in between them for the last couple of months with Keisha being missing. So we also see that Nina has become, I don't know what how to say, overprotective, but she's just beginning to have anxiety over her children's safety, constantly want to know where their whereabouts, which is very understandable being that your child was kidnapped for 2 months and right up the street from your house. So Dre is trying to convince her not to stress and reassure her that the therapist told them to give Keisha space so she can regain back her independence. So next we're with Emmett, Dominique, Tiff, and Jada, and they're at Sunny's trying to prepare for their grand opening, which is coming up. Emmett is looking at Dom, and y'all, I cannot, with her fake booty, he begins to shake his head, and Tiff notices, and he blames it on him being tired. And Tiff is like, because you've been working so hard, and he's like, yes, trying to make sure everything is right for when we open. So Emmett is trying to explain how he wants the place to be set up, and Dom is like, shit, let's make some money first. So then Jada's like, y'all, what are y'all gonna call it? And Dom is like, Emmett and Dom's. So Emmett is like, hell no, it's bad luck for you to name a restaurant after yourself. Look what happened to Sonny. So Dominique is like, they have to think of a name, and Emmett is like, we can't rush it. And she's like, well, let me know if you need some inspiration. And y'all, Tiff look from Emmett to Dominique, and Jada looking from Emmett to Dominique, like who, what, and how is she going to inspire you? And I know damn well she ain't low-key flirting in front of Emmett, in front of Tiff. And he has to know that Tiff ain't stupid, and she gonna find out if he does not tell her. So next we're at Papa's Daddy's church, and they are trying to honor Ronnie for being a hero, basically telling the people how we are not to judge. It's not ever too late to turn around. But y'all, it's this one guy, he ain't feeling it. He gets up in the church and he gives no fucks, y'all. He's talking about saving that bitch don't mean shit. You still a murderer, y'all. And he walks up out the church. So Tracy gets up and she's giving, Ronnie all the thanks and accolades for being there. Duda and Rose gives up and give him a $5,000 check. And y'all, Rose thinks it's her campaign, and she wouldn't let Duda get a word in. Every time he begins to say a word, she cuts his ass off, and then the pastor cuts him off. And so now I'm like, Rose, you may want to shut up because Duda looks like he may beat your ass as soon as y'all leave this church. Y'all, when I say guilt is kicking Emmett in the ass, it is kicking him in the ass, y'all. So Tiff comes in and she tells him that he has a package delivery, and he tells her to turn around, y'all. He begins massaging her, thanking Tiff for her honestly being there every step of the journey. And y'all, I'm just honestly outdone with Emmett as using Tiff's love language to help him through his guilt. So Emmett is still trying to come up with names, and y'all, they honestly all racy as hell. I think one of them was like "suck my bones" or something like that, and Tiff tells him like it sounds like an amateur porn. So I'm tripping because I'm like, oh, okay, I wasn't the only one who mine was in the gutter either, because I'm like, for real, Emmett. So y'all, Emmett tells her without any of this, you wouldn't be, none of this would have been able to happen. She been 10 toes down. She's been loyal to him, and when he wasn't loyal to her. And y'all, I'm really pissed for Tiff about my damn self, because I just really cannot believe Emmett as, even after the damn fortune teller sit here and tell him what he's gonna do, he gonna take his dusty ass and do it. Okay, so next we're with Keisha and Kevin, and Keisha's telling Kevin to go home. So Kevin is following Keisha, and she tells him that he doesn't have to follow her everywhere she goes. And you know, the chances of her getting kidnapped again are pretty much slim to none. And I just really love the fact that Kevin is being protective of his sister. So some men began cool calling Keisha, and y'all, she instantly begins to have another one of her anxiety attacks. And now I'm really grateful for Kevin being there with her. So Keisha tries to play it off like, I heard what you said, the walls are thin, remember, and begins walking. So it's clear that she is trying to protect Kevin too. It doesn't want him to worry about her. So she tells him how it's messed up for him to even fix his mouth to say he wish she never returned home. And I'm like, damn, Kevin, but we know Kevin ass didn't mean this shit. His ass was hurt when Keisha was missing. So she's about to go in the corner store, and she like, I don't need you to come in here while I buy me some tampons. I can do this by myself. So we're back with Duda and Rose, and Duda is trying to win the people over for his campaign, talking about fixing potholes in the community. And y'all, I just really cannot take Duda in their voice that he be using. So Rose is like, that's just the beginning of this plan called reparations. And so Duda has had enough. He excuses them away, and he tells Candy ass to stick to the script. And her ass is like, I wrote it and I can ad-lib if I want to. So y'all, Papa Daddy comes up and he thanks Duda for his endorsement. And Duda thanks her for the endorsement. And I'm like, what happened to Camilla? So Papa Daddy then asks him about, can he talk to him about Angela one more time? Their last meeting was very educational. So Duda's like, yes, Angela, a wonderful teacher. And now I'm like, does he have some type of prostitution ring too? Like, who the fuck is Angela? What could she possibly be educating Papa Daddy on? So now we're with Papa asking Ronnie how he plans to spend, you know, all of his money. And Ronnie's like, he's about to move to Springville, Missouri, which we know his boys just moved there a couple episodes ago. So we're back with Emmett and Dom, and Emmett is like, we need to talk. Dom is like, no, we don't. Just because we fuck don't mean we need to talk. So Emmett is like, so you going to act like what we did doesn't mean anything? So now I'm like, Emmett, who the fuck do you want to be with? Because what the fuck did he mean to you? So y'all, Emmett and Dom are giving each other props on their smash game, and then Emmett is like, he flips the switch. He like, have you been thinking about it? And Dom like, obviously not as much as you. And y'all, this nigga like, man, whatever. I love my girl. I won't burn down my house for anybody. And so y'all, I'm confused on this hostility, and so is Dom. And so y'all, Jada comes in right on time. Like, I'm not hanging these lights by myself. And I'm like, Emmett, are you dumb? Why are you wanting to have this conversation now, you old guilty ass? Like, if you know that your mom is there and you also know Tiff is there, why do you want to have this conversation right now, Emmett? Why? I low-key wish it was Tiff who walked in, because that's how stupid it was. Alright, so we're back with Duda and Rose leaving the church event, and Duda's like, are you the candidate? And y'all, since Candy ass home like she was a damn teenager. So Ronnie comes out of the church and Tracy asks him if he would like to see their granddaughter. And y'all, Ronnie ass wants to see the damn grandbaby. Y'all know he loves their grandbaby like he loved Jason. So y'all, I really like Ronnie and Tracy's chemistry. His ass even looks cleaner with her. So Ronnie asks Tracy if she will go with him to lay Mrs. Ethel ashes. And Tracy like, you know that lady hated me. And Ronnie like, nah, she just loved me more. Now we're with a Trig's spot and we see him chasing somebody down for breaking in his car, and he assumes that it's a junkie, but Jake tells him that he was no junkie. He rode with 63 Street Mob, and y'all, we see that he tried to plant a bag of coke in Trig's car. So we see that Duda is playing a dirty game. We're trying to get Trig in trouble to not possibly win Jake over with the court. All right, y'all, so we're back with Jada and Emmett fixing the lights, and Jada exes Emmett, are him and Dom okay? And Emmett, of course, lies, telling that they're good, and she asks him why they're arguing, and he tells her over the name of the spot, and I'm tripping how Jada was like, oh, I don't believe you, on some real mama shit. So she like, did you fuck her? And Emmett is still lying, talking about hell no. So Jada tells him how he's a hot ass mess. And so he like, it didn't mean anything. Him and Don smashing lets him see how he really loved Tiff. And now he cured and trying to reassure Jada that it won't happen again. And she like, don't apologize to me. I ain't the one you cheated on. But let me tell you what, Tiff ain't dumb. So you better get your life together. So Ronnie and Tracy are in the park, and Ronnie is sharing how he and Miss Ethel spent the day before his deployment there, which is the significance of him dumping the ashes at the park. So Tracy tells Ronnie that he doesn't have to leave Chicago to get a fresh start, and he tells her that he's not running anymore. It's time for him to go and build a new life somewhere else. So now we're back with Keisha, who was in the restroom. And y'all, we see that she didn't actually go in the store for tampons. She went in the store to buy a pregnancy test. So I'm like, oh no, like please don't let my girl be pregnant. So Nina and Dre are out there talking about how Kevin is growing up and blah, blah, blah. And then y'all, Keisha comes out walking slow. And I'm like, oh no, he didn't got that girl pregnant, y'all. And y'all, Nina instantly knows. And I'm just really heartbroken that Keisha cannot escape this creepy ass man. So y'all, we're with Trig and Jake, who is dropping Jake off, and he's telling him how he don't have to do something. And Jake is like, yeah, I do. So I'm like, what are you finna have Jake do? Go plant the drugs on Duda? Like what? So Trig's like, this ain't a game. And Jake like, I know. And he tells him to call him if he needs to pull up. So Jake obviously thinks that the house is empty because he doesn't see the car and trying to break in some safe. And Rose ass catches him trying to break in and scares him at first. But to my surprise, she gives him the damn combination. So we're back with Keisha, Nina, and Dre. And we see that they're considering the option of abortion. And this right here is the exact reason why I'm against the government trying to control women's bodies. Like, no, like for circumstances like this, we should have the option to be able to terminate pregnancy, because like I just feel like that's a lot of burden for Keisha to have to, go through. So I don't know what Keisha's gonna do. All right, y'all, so we're back with Ronnie and Tracy, and they're talking about their Thanksgiving memories, and y'all, their chemistry was just really on point this episode. I'm just really surprised that she didn't invite Ronnie in, but I'm also glad that she didn't. So now we're with Trig and Jake, and he has brought some file envelope full of information, and I'm guessing Trig can use to ruin Duda. So now we're with Emmett, who is clearly still eating himself up with guilt. Clearly doesn't want to lose Tiff. Emmett is watching Tiff and EJ sleep, and I'm guessing he realizes what he has. Next thing we know, Emmett is at some pawn shop trying to buy a ring with $500. The lady like, $500 plus your watch, you could get the ring. And Emmett ass is desperate at this point. He caves in with the deal, even though the watch was a gift from his cousin, who is now deceased. So next we're with Ronnie and Tracy, who has gone to visit their granddaughter, y'all, and she's smart, and the mama talking about putting her in some gifted school, but Tracy is like, that's gonna put you in a lot of debt. And next thing I know, to my surprise, y'all, Ronnie is giving her the $5,000 check that Duda gave him for saving Keisha. So I'm like, Ronnie, you want to be broke in Springfield? So we're back at the Williams household, and Kevin is in his room texting Gemma to meet at Emmy's spot, and she can't stop texting me. My daddy is checking my phone. And so Keisha comes in the room, and Kevin asks Kevin to go run with her. First he says no, but she finally tells him the truth about her being scared, and he'll go, just don't leave me. And y'all, I'm tripping because Kevin is really having a hard time keeping up with our girl. Keisha hits the corner, y'all, and she sees a bus and begins to hyperventilate, having Mr. Creepy voice in her head and talking about making sure she clean. And y'all, I'm just really hurt. Keisha's going through this trauma. Kevin comes and hugs her, y'all, and that moment was just so much to me. So we're at the opening of Smokey's, and all of Emmy's baby mamas are there. He and Dom are giving their grand opening speech. They clip the ribbon. And so Emmy is telling the people to wait before they go inside. It's just one thing I need to do. And y'all, this nigga proposes, and I promise you, I thought Tiff ass was gonna say no, how long it took her to say yes. And y'all, everyone is shocked, from the mama, the baby mamas, to dumb ass looking at him like, this nigga. And so they're in the restaurant, and Tiff is asking Jada, like, did she know that he was going to do this? And she like, no, but there's nothing wrong with a long engagement. And y'all, I'm tripping. So Donnell comes in with the damn Bluetooth talking about what he missed, and Jada fills him in on the engagement. And y'all, he just ignorant, talking about that she cheated and she's not fulfilling her wifely duties. Like, y'all, Darnell just, I need him to grow the fuck up. I honestly do. He needs to grow up. So we're with Trick and Jake, who are now at Camilla's campaign office. And y'all, Camilla isn't there. She's traveling. But they leave the envelope with her campaign manager. And he asks what do they need to pay them for their offering. And they give it to him for free. And y'all, I don't know how the fuck this is going to come back and bite them in the ass. But I am not ready, because y'all know Duda is crazy as hell. So now we're back at Smokey and Dom congratulating Emmy on his engagement. And I don't know why Emmy wants her to feel some type of way, asking if she's good. So Darnell comes in the kitchen, y'all, and he is just out of damn order, talking about looks ain't all he got from his daddy. Y'all talking about the two D's go together, Dom and Darnell. And y'all, I'm just disgusted. And Emmett ass is just really bothered by them flirting, which lets me know that his ass has some kind of feelings for Dominique. So now Darnell is at the table with his future daughter-in-law, talking about that is a small ass ring. It look like it's a pawn shop ring. And Jada like, yeah, you should probably get that resized. It looks a little tight. And y'all, I'm tripping, like, why are they trying to rain on her parade? So y'all, we're back with Keisha, and it looks like our girl is doing research on the beginning stages of pregnancy. So Nina is asking if she is having a change of heart, and Keisha tells her no, that she's just curious. But y'all, I think Keisha is going to end up keeping Mr. Creepy's baby. So y'all, Ronnie and Tracy have made it to Emmy, and Emmy lets them skip the line. And y'all, people want to know, why do they get special treatment? And Emmy lets them know because that Ronnie is a hero. That's why. So y'all, everyone is fellowshipping, looking like they're having a great time. And Tracy and Ronnie are leaving, all smiles and giggles. Y'all, the next thing we know, the guy from church who called Ronnie a murderer shoots him in the back and in the head, y'all. And y'all, Ronnie is gone, y'all. And why the fuck would they why they just can't let Ronnie have a happy ending? Like, why kill him off? Like, why? Why do y'all allow us to regain liking him these last 2 seasons for after he done shot and killed Coogie? I just don't understand how to feel right now. Like, I know he killed Coogie. Like, so there might be some kind of karma. But y'all, I started liking Ronnie again. I just don't understand what's gonna happen with the show. Like, are they not returning for season 4? Because I mean, damn near all the damn main characters are gone. Like, they have killed everybody off, literally. Like, who's next? Go. Like, who's next? Y'all, that concludes our episode. Please comment below. Let me know your theories on the episode. Do y'all think Keisha gonna end up keeping a baby? What do y'all think is gonna happen with Jake and Trig and Duda? Like, I need to know, y'all, because this